our website for highcashsplash.com. Time na money.
Oh yeah, that's star 347 star 972 hash to enter the high cash splash.
You see this money?
Last, now we go chop am.
High Cash Splash is powered by Lasho Trading Services Limited and licensed by Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Authority. Not suited for anyone under 18. Play responsibly.
Hey, High Impact.
Hi, how may I help you?
Which club is the first to win Champions League?
That's very easy. Real Madrid. The first Champions League was won by Real Madrid during the 1955 and 1956 season.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, High Impact.
Hi, how may I help you?
Who is the shortest basketball player in the world?
I like your curiosity. I'll tell you. Muggsy Bogues is the shortest player in the National Basketball Association history, listed at 5 feet 3 inches tall. He was drafted 12th overall by the Washington Bullets in 1987.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
I'm glad you asked.
From the greens of golf to the court of tennis and basketball, the octagon of UFC to the square room for boxing, track of Formula One, and the pitch of football. Join the sports crew on Sport Hub 6 to 7 p.m. Mondays and Wednesdays, Fridays 5 to 6 p.m. and 2 p.m. on Saturdays. Here on iImpact Radio 102.1 FM, Lagos. Reviews, views, and interviews just the way you like it. Exclusive on High Impact Radio 102.1 FM, Lagos. Sport Hub for all the updates and analysis.
Oh, what a feeling. Look what we've overcome. Oh, I'm gonna wave my flag and count all the reasons we are the champions. There ain't no turning back. Saying, can't you taste the feeling? Saying, we all together singing. Look how far we come.
A very good evening to you listeners, very good evening to our Impact citizens, and welcome to the Sports Talk Show this evening, midweek edition today, the 19th day in the month of June 2024. I'm welcoming you to this show especially. Thank you for keeping it locked right here on your number one urban lifestyle station, Impact Radio 102.1 FM. So much to talk about today, so much to look into. Of course, here to be reviewing the European Championship actions. I've talked about matches that went down last night, matches from the Group F. Portugal nearly missed that particular one against Slovakia, but then all thanks to Conceição getting that late minutes goal for them, doing the like father like son thingy, yeah. And they will also talk about the Turkish Adagola, born in the year 2005, doing amazing for the Turkish side right there, making sure that he's sparing them the blushes. We'll talk about Real Madrid and then the number of talents that they have in their hands right now. Talk about the D-Day in the Nigerian Football Federation as well. We're also monitoring stories. Talk about the coaching selection. We'll go straight into the matches that have been played today already. Dramatic stoppage time leveler. Welcome to the Sports Talk Show this evening. I feel you. There's so much to talk about, so much to look into, to the switch of the net right now. We'll go straight into it. Aide Jajiboye is my name, and it's such an honor to be your host on the show. Guess what? It's a packed house this evening. Of course, yes, I've got the men who will be manning my defense line, all of the in-swingers, all of the lancer passes. I tell you, there's no incursion in my half this evening. I will talk about slams, dunks, and every other thing that has to do with the game or sport. Welcome to the show this evening. And yes, I've got with me in the studio. I'll be starting from my right hand here, because yes, you are not escaping this one today. Well, I've got my band by the way. Abedi Falana is right here in the studio, and we're talking sport together. Welcome to Sport Talk.
Welcome to Sport. Sorry, okay.
You don't have to bring the TV to the accept it.
You know the funny thing about being on the right hand side?
Yeah.
Remember that thief that was nailed on the cross with Jesus? What happened to the one on the right hand side?
They said he went to
He
heaven.
made it to heaven, yeah.
No, the Bible. This is not they said.
They said. They said.
He definitely went to heaven. So you should understand. I'm on the right hand side.
Okay.
So put on for pocket. May you give me something.
I will see now.
But then again, it's a pleasure to be on radio again. I mean, I know the last time I was on radio, I said the Super Eagles has no business drawing against Africa or losing against the Republic. But here we are.
It does happen like that. It doesn't. I'm not holding you to your words, honestly.
Yes, here we are.
I'm not holding you to your words.
Nigeria will shame you.
They will drag you.
Nigeria will stain your white. Nigeria decided to stain my white.
There you go again.
Blemish record on radio.
Well, I mean, if you're talking about your own, I think the last time we lost to the Beniners was back then in the 1990s.
We've never lost to Benin Republic.
Okay.
We've never lost, but we lost to Benin Republic. No. I don't know who to blame. Either Finidi or the boys.
We'll get to that part of the show, by the way. And then I also have Daniel Ewa and the man facing me directly. I mean, you can talk about, eyeball to eyeball, me and you. Welcome to the show this evening, and it's good to have you in the studio with me. Another man making his comeback. He's been here before, but then I don't want to talk about maybe ACL injury or maybe groin or what have you. But then I know he's right here, right now.
He went on maternity leave.
They play.
This is not Naomi Osaka now. They play. I'm not Ajayi Oluwaseyi. Welcome to Sport Talk.
Thank you very much. I'm very happy to be here.
It's good to be here and to have you guys in the studio. Let's go straight into it. This evening, we'll talk about the European Championship. We'll sing games. Talk about the round one of matches concluded yesterday. Well, we'll start with the match that went down last night. The one between Portugal, and then we can talk about, is it God saving their blushes right now, or they actually stepping up to make sure that what has happened to people of the past did not happen to Portugal last night? Because if not for the fact that they had to leave it late into the final stretch of that particular game, what we're talking about right now must have been the other way around. And then going by the record, I'm not sure we've seen more goals from inside either the 18-yard or inside the 18-yard or the 36-yard box right now. All of the goals have been outside shots.
Yeah. I think this Euros has been one of the most interesting Euros I've ever watched in my life. I mean, fantastic shots here and there, corners, fire shots, as in passes that you cannot even describe. As in, there are some goals there that it's only when you watch it that you understand that okay, yes, like nobody can actually explain it to you. I think this Euros has been fantastic. I'm talking about Portugal yesterday. I think the only credit I'm going to give to them is that they were able to draw back that win after losing 1-0 even into the 70th minute, I think, before they got the equalizer, and then they went on to win the match. I will give them that, but I think it was not a convincing win for me. They need to watch out and play better, because there are some teams in this tournament that are not here to play. Talking about teams like Turkey, Romania, Germany, Spain.
I'm saying they're in the same group with Turkey.
I mean, that match
3-1 yesterday.
I mean, we were talking about that game. We were talking about that game just outside the studio, and we coming into the Euros, it seemed like such a draconian task for these teams at that time. But now we've seen that the bigger teams have now the ones that have proven to be underwhelming. And those smaller I saw the game yesterday. It was like a gladiator fest.
No. You said the word on TV, regarding the Turkey judgment.
Oh yeah. It was high impact football. That's the
high impact football. End to end. Okay.
High impact football.
High impact. That's it's footballing ecstasy. That's superstar material. It's the zenith of it's the total peak of talent.
And that's what. Thank God you mentioned football ecstasy. It was already doing. Because
I mean, taking a look at that particular game, that was the first time Georgia were ever going to score a goal in a major tournament, and then they got the first goal. They felt like they're on top of the world. Only for the Turkish side to come back, and then they made it 3-1, gave them no other chance of coming back into that particular encounter. And I mean, we've seen a couple, great games in this particular tournament, just like I mentioned, the one between Portugal and the one that is currently on the way right now, talking about the host country. That's Germany up against Hungary. 1-0 continue halftime already play. Jamal Musiala stepping up again, making sure he's still saving the blushes of Julian Nagelsmann in this particular one. Let's just hope that they continue in this manner, and then they are able to secure this particular win. But then I would like to ask Germany, if they are able to win this second game right now, are you going to be tipping them to go all out and win this tournament on the home soil?
For me, I'm going to put this one down to home support. I think there's everything in their favor right now, and even though I have been impressed with the way they've played so far, they've proven to be the only top side that has stepped up to the stage in terms of product, in terms of team play, in terms of high impact football, like we were talking earlier. But I think composure, there's maximum steez and they also have maximum composure.
And Reeds too.
And Reeds. so far. I'm just going to put that one down to them not really having a tough opponent so far, because we know.
No. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Not disrespect to Austria, but when you're talking about football heritage, Austria, France shouldn't have struggled the way they did against Austria. We can also say the same thing for England, Serbia. No disrespect to Serbia also, but for the talent pool of England and for the talent pool of Serbia, it's way up. England is way above them. Even Portugal and Slovakia. But then again, I don't think Germany. I don't want you to take anything away from the fact that
definitely
they are playing at home. We've seen teams host tournaments and don't do anything tangible at the tournament. But then again, Germany, for all the talent, they understand the job at hand. You understand the tax that has been given to you, and so whom much is given, much is definitely expected from them. So they know that the fans, as a matter of fact, the pressure from the fans should have probably gotten to them, but that has not gotten to them.
I mean,
they are playing their football.
It's a double-edged sword. Yeah, it's a double-edged sword.
No, this one is not double-edged.
I want to.
This one is Scotland.
Wait. Let me say something about the German team.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, apart from the fact that they are playing at home, I mean, look at this German team. They have everything that they need to win this tournament.
Sure.
They have upcoming stars like Waite had a fantastic season.
Yeah,
you have Cruz also had a fantastic season. Havertz is getting back to his form of his life, and you can take nothing away from the coach.
The Arsenal prodigy, yeah.
He's
not a prodigy anymore.
He's not a prodigy. Like, this guy is a superstar.
There's
King
a
Kai.
captain of Bayer Leverkusen in that team, Jonathan Tah.
Yes.
Pierre Rudiger at the out of the defense.
Yes.
I mean, Joshua Kimmich.
You have Gundogan there as well. You have Musiala.
Yeah, there's Adrich too. In the middle of the park.
Like, come on, like.
There's no Chelsea player in the team.
Wow.
No,
there used to be. That's Rudiger, yeah. No, we are not firing shots just yet. Please. Hold on. We are not firing shots just yet. Okay, let's come back now and talk about the game that just concluded right now. The game between Albania and Croatia. Croatia is one country that you always from their name, you'll be like, this is definitely going to be a great footballing nation. And also the players that they parade. I mean, there's no way you are going to mention Croatia and not mention the Ballon d'Or winner, Luka Modric.
Yeah.
But then look at them in the major tournament.
I mean, this particular tournament, they have been underperformers for me. Like, they didn't play. On the TV show with my friend here, Denny Falano. I mean, I actually picked them as the dark horse of this tournament.
Wow.
But so far, they've played very terribly. I mean, they have to be one of the worst teams. I'm pretty sure they're not getting best third place. What do you call it? I don't think they're going to be
this team at the point in time was at the semi-final of the 2018 World Cup in Russia, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, how they are mighty has fallen. This is like
I think they're moving away from the kind of the golden era for them.
Second Belgium.
That is what is happening with Modric is way past his peak. Josko Vado is like the only defender that is coming up now. In the Croatia team. I mean, if you look at the teams,
it's Rakitic at this tournament.
Household name.
It's Rakitic at this tournament.
You hardly get household name with the Croatian team, apart from maybe Modric and Josko Vado.
Okay, maybe we have a Chelsea player there though. You know the Kovacic.
No, it's not a Chelsea player. It's a Man City player.
Okay.
I see what you did there. Oh, nice.
Let's go. I mean, To be honest, I think they've had this coming for a while. Yes, they had a good run at the World Cup, but that run was down to them just staying in the games. It was great.
Yeah.
It wasn't necessarily. It was grit and quality. They relied on individual brilliance. And they
Yeah.
relied on penalties. They didn't win these games convincingly. They didn't stay in there. We didn't really see the so-called high impact football that we've been talking about from them. So and all their players, the players they had, the players that did it for them, they were aging players. They are players that they are in this sort of transition phase where they don't really know where to go from here. So you have a whole lot of young players that don't really have the quality to do it on the biggest stages as the likes of Mandzukic and the likes of Ante Rebic did. So now you just have an aging Modric in the center of that midfield.
Yeah, Ivan Perisic
and an aging Kovacic and the rest. And they can, I mean, look at the fire the Romanians brought to this tournament. Look at the fire the Georgians brought to this tournament. I mean, Turkey.
Point of correction: Kovacic is not aging. He's at the peak of his football. He's at Man City.
I tell you, it's so much to talk about concerning the Euros. Wow.
No.
He did
At Chelsea,
he did.
I'm not firing shots.
he played his best football at Chelsea.
Kovacic that went 365 days without a goal.
He's a holding midfielder. I don't expect him to score a goal. He's a holding midfielder. I don't expect him to score a
maybe
goal.
another version of John Michelobi, right?
But at least you should have had like, a couple of assists. I don't know if you had any assists in that period.
Okay, it's still the sports option right here on Hyper Radio 102.1 FM. I Impact citizens. Don't forget, you can be a part of the show. This evening, we're talking about the first round of Euro 2024 matches that have been concluded already, and then we're into the next round right now. Germany definitely are on to win the second game, and maybe are propelling themselves to the next round of the tournament if they're able to seal this win as it is right now. And then we're talking about other matches that will still be going on the way later today and also tomorrow. We mentioned to you that the underdogs Albania did well to snatch a draw with Croatia. I see so much to talk about on the show. We'll definitely be going right now, and I tell you can definitely be a part of the show this evening. The studio line is going to be 070010211021. We'd like to have your take and your contribution. Who are you thinking the teams that you are looking forward to see in the next round of this tournament? Don't forget that England have also been able to win one game, and then they will be in action in the next round as well. Don't forget, you can also watch us live on YouTube at Impact Radio 102.1 FM. Same with our Facebook fan page, Impact Radio 102.1 FM. And don't forget, you can be a part of the big draw that will be happening on the 24th of this month. I'm talking about iCash Splash. iCash Splash is one place where you can get to play with just 500 naira. I can be all for the big draw of up to 100,000 naira amazing cash prize. All you have to do is to log on to www.icashsplash.com, www.icashsplash.com, select the number of tickets you want to play, and then you can be a part of the big draw that will be happening next week, Monday, 24th of this month. In case you don't have a smartphone, you can use your bat phone. Dial *347*972 # *347*972 # to be a part of the big draw. We'll be back just after this. Don't cheat on us, citizens. To the Sports Talk Show on Impact Radio 102.1 FM.
For the best in sports entertainment, tune in to Sports Up on Impact 102.1 FM.
It's about to go down. It's about to go down.
It's about to go down.
It's about to go down. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?
You better be ready to say hello to the cool cash that's about to splash your way. High Cash Splash is gonna make it rain. What do I do? Simply dial the USSD code *347*972 #. Select the amount of tickets you want to purchase, select your bank, and then you'll get an SMS with 2 payment options. Make payment and you stand a chance to win with just 500 naira, or visit highcashsplash.com for more details. Yeah. It's popping up on selected shows on High Impact Radio 1021. So remember, the more you play, the higher your chances of winning cool cash on the High Cash Splash raffle draw.
High Cash Splash is powered by Lasho Trading Services Limited and licensed by Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Authority. Not suited for anyone under 18. Play responsibly. This is Sports Hub on High Impact 102.1 FM. For the best in sports entertainment, tune in to Sports Hub on High Impact 102.1 FM.
Welcome back to the show, Sports Talk Show right here on Impact Radio 102.1 FM. We're taking you to the very best of story making the rounds in the ever exciting, ever dynamic, and sometimes controversial world of sport. We're back from the Euros right now. And don't forget, you can watch us live on our Facebook fan page at iImpact Radio 102.1 FM. Also live on YouTube at iImpact 102.1 FM, as well as X, formerly known as Twitter, at iImpact 102.1 FM. Let's take stories from the home front this evening. Well, it's been a lot of saga in the last couple of days. Started from the weekend, by the way, and then we're talking about our NFF, Finidi George, and also Victor Osimhen. Talk about that particular outburst. And yes, earlier today, we got news that NFF has set to conclude plans to name a new foreign coach for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. And then we are hearing that in the coming days, I will be hearing this particular name just after. I don't want to call it the dismissal, because Coach Finidi George resigned. I mean, you talk about leave when the ovation is loudest. That was what exactly Coach Finidi George did. And then there were stories about NFF not accepting his resignation letter, that he didn't sign it properly, and then he had to take it back. And then, but then at the end of the day, it has been accepted that he's no longer the coach of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Foreign coach, expatriate coach, coming back again. Don't forget, always going for this middle class.
Resign is resign. Whether you sign out well, I mean, no sign out well. When person don't resign. Guy, talking about this foreign coach, whatever, we're having a discussion just before this show. And why is it that all the foreign coaches that come to coach Nigeria, is in Nigeria we used to hear their name first. We have never heard their name before. When when Raw came, I've never heard of that guy before in my life. When Pasero came, I was like, who is Pasero?
They said Mourinho recommended Pasero for us.
Why Mourinho no come here and say call coaches? We are the biggest black nation in the world. I mean, that should count for something. And I think we pay quite fairly. Do you understand? So I think it's high time our NFF or whatever they go by nowadays, because I have no love for them.
Wow.
Sincerely, I have no love for them. My name is Ajayi Oluwaseyi, and I can give my Twitter later so that you can come and get me. Just come for me on Twitter, please. I have no love for them because they are making football boring for Nigerians. Like they're making people. The only thing that can actually make people better, people feel better, apart from the comedy that goes on Instagram and Twitter, is football. And they're taking it away from us, and it's quite annoying. I just hope that this next international coach they are bringing will be someone that can give us something good, because I think it's high time we actually spend money on someone that would do well. We spend our debt because we don't pay money, we pay debt.
Football is a subset of the society in general. And what we're seeing from Nigerian football is exactly what's happening at the different sectors of the country, really, where the corruption has eaten deep to the most basic aspect of it. He said something about us hearing coaches for the first time only when they sign for the Super Eagles.
Yes.
And what happens is that when they want to do something, they make sure they hire subpar managers. And so when they do that, it's easier for them to get away with a whole lot of things, like putting players in just for the sake of it, influencing the coach's decision.
Yes.
It's a whole lot easier when you do that with managers nobody really know about. And if you go out there and get the best coaches in the world, people who have the tactical brilliance to bring their style of play and impact it and take us far into these competitions, it's a whole lot. You are a whole lot less likely to get away with all these things with those kind of coaches than you are to do that with people that haven't really made a name for themselves. So that's what we're seeing right now. And he said something, he said with Nigeria pay, yes, the figures are high now, but maybe that's when they don't owe these coaches.
I think we paid almost 70,000 for the last set of months that Jose Pesero was with us.
You guys are owing the guy. You didn't pay anything. You are owing him. I heard the guy, you are owing him up to 1 billion. How can you owe us 1 billion?
There was an interview I saw today about Genetro. He said Nigeria just in charge of our football. They don't know what they're doing. That he said while he was the Super Eagles manager that he only lost 2 games at home. They never lost any game away from home.
I mean,
if you check Genetro's record, it is there. And he said the only 2 games that he lost at home is due to distractions, back here. And one of those distractions is, I don't know whether you remember the time the Super Eagles played in Lagos here. Make I use pidgin speaker. Then pursue them come off away in the gym. for a coach.
Yes,
you know,
yes.
I don't know whether you
Yes,
remember that.
yes.
You know, that is how bad our football.
I think that was prior to preparation. That should be 2021.
And he said they were Nigerians old coaches.
Yes.
And I've never seen someone that is broke and proud. Nigeria is broke and they are proud. They are not paying someone, and you have the effort to say he is not delivering.
Nigeria is not broke.
I will mention his name. Honorable Sunday that he was part of the people that said Genetron should face the job that he was hired for. How can you tell him not to face the job he was hired for when you're not paying him?
Yes.
Well, I mean,
he said he go beat us with Benin Republic.
And he did, because he knows us more than any other
we
person.
actually scored first in that game.
The first time we're scoring first. The first time we're scoring first.
That goes without saying. That goes without saying that even if we play using our under 17 boys.
Yes.
We are not supposed to do super.
Where is the under 17? Where is the under 17? Who is coaching the under 17?
I don't know.
Me and Obafemi Adeniyi Falana in midfield should beat Benin Republic.
Wow.
We
just have a good player
with you as the central striker. We should beat Benin Republic. Imagine you.
Who, me?
Don't worry, they will serve you with the ball. Don't worry, just kick it into the net.
All of the swingers.
So far, you don't turn to Lukaku.
We shouldn't be going out of that fixture with anything less than a 3-0 scoreline in our favor. But we went there, we made a hash of it, we disgraced ourselves on the one of the biggest international stage, the World Cup qualifier.
Yes.
And look where we are now. We are clueless, we are managerless, we are broke. And
we are proud.
How can we be honestly in a major tournament and changing a manager? In a major tournament, what's going to happen?
I think that was where we actually got it wrong here. Because, I mean, this is... Had it been they gave Finidi this contract just immediately Pesero left, would have been a different ball game.
Yeah.
But then we gave him this contract on the eve of these qualifiers. And don't forget that even all of the big managers that we're talking about, Pesero, he saw out his contract. Randy Wardrum, the same thing. I think Randy lost his first 5 games in charge of the Super Falcons. And then L did not break loose.
What you are saying that we should give Finidi.
Why did we dump in on? I feel like a lot of Nigerians actually dumped in on Finidi George. Maybe because of timing, but it's wrong.
Because his own base, they don't respect him.
Yes.
Because his own base, they don't respect him.
If we should go back to, you said something about Pasero.
Yeah.
I want to remind you that Pasero did not win 2 consecutive games.
Sorry, please hold your thoughts. Ola is here. Hi, Ola. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, good evening, guys.
Good evening, man. Welcome to Sports Hub.
Yeah, these are yeah. Ayo, you're like the vending Kennedy, right?
Ola, I
want to ask you, was it a gun to the head when he was giving, or was he pointed a gun to collect the job? I don't understand.
No,
because I believe he's not his child. He know what he was going to. So anybody that applied for a job then knew what's on ground. You know what you are going to face. You know the kind of criticism that you are going to get. What if you face? They will only celebrate you when you are successful. But you know, I believe it's Finidi sport. Him taking that job, yes, because you worked with the other with
manager Joseph Pesari. Yes.
Yes, and the fact that you are in the best position. You're in the best position among all the other
aspirants, because they were aspiring.
So now you failing, I think it's on Kennedy. Yes, because you knew all these players. You knew your maybe your relationship with all these players before even getting this job. So I don't think, if you don't want to, like, if you know you can't do it, you shouldn't have take it, because this thing will definitely come.
All right, Ola, thank you. I mean, it's still talking about this NFF, our football saga here, and then there's been a lot of talks about Victor Osimhen, or maybe not, is not going to be.
Victor Osimhen really messed up, right?
No.
Yeah. People are bound to make mistakes.
Okay.
Because the way he just reacted to it is just out of it. Because yes, you don't even to me, I believe you should have called Finidi before just going out like that. You didn't call him. Just based on what you saw on social media.
Social media, yeah.
You now make your own judgment on that. I think it's very wrong.
All right.
And so now Washington, all the Ufoga was
yes, exactly. Even calling him by the name as well, I feel like I took it overboard.
That was the annoying part.
Is that not his
name? Because the guy that I love, right? When he now says, anybody that believes what Finidi says, no, you may say something. It's my right to believe it or not. So all those why I don't really believe it. Why I don't even believe such thing.
All right, Ola, thank you so much for being a part of the show.
So now before I even go, please, what's that code of that I flash?
Okay, star 347 star 972 hash, star 347 star 972 hash is the code for you to play. Yeah, star 347 star 972 hash. Yes, bro. You can play as many times up to 20,000 naira, and you'll be in for the big draw to win up to 100,000 naira in the iCash Plus draw.
Star
347 star 972 hash.
Ola, remember to send them our own 10% when you win.
Ola na sabi bad. All right, I mean, before we go back for this time out, let's talk about what Ola just mentioned about talking about Victor Osimhen and also the saga between himself and Finidi George.
For me, I think he might have gone about it the wrong way, but I don't blame Osimhen for voicing out.
There is nothing like he might there.
Hello, everybody. Hold on, let me speak, please. Hello, everybody has the right to speech. Okay. Sure. Do you understand?
Sure.
Yeah.
And Osimhen doesn't owe the coach anything. They are both professionals in their respective roles.
So
he's the coach of the team. He acted professionally.
No, that wasn't acting professionally.
How did he not act professionally?
Acting professionally is what Cristiano Ronaldo did.
When Roberto Martinez asked
let me tell you, Europeans are different from Africans.
What's his name? What's the Arsenal guy?
Paul Martin. During the Eric Ten Hag thing, yeah.
When he left to Manchester United.
Okay.
That he went for that interview. That's acting professionally.
Was that acting professionally?
Yes.
Europeans are different from Africans. If you are talking about in Europe, the way they act professionally is different from how Africans will not take bullshit. Sorry for the language. Sorry, viewers. Africans don't take nonsense. Do you understand? Like, he chose to react that way because there were a lot of things that were said about him without even people hearing his own side of the story, painting him black. Do you understand? And I feel like that's not the first time something like that had happened. I've always heard the stories I always hear about Osimhen is that he usually doesn't want to play Nigerian football because and he pretends that he has injuries. That's always been the story right from time. I'm talking about 2-3 years on back to back. And now here is his own side of the story. I think a lot of people had been biased in relating that story to the Nigerian public. So him coming out, that's why I said maybe he didn't go about it professionally, but I think he had the right to come out and speak. And in Nigeria, if you don't talk that way, people won't listen to you. That's the fact. They won't listen to you.
I like to play devil's advocate a lot. And I'm going to tell you this. There's this thing that we have when young people, we believe out of respect, because that's the way we've been brought up.
Yeah, sure.
Whenever an elder person says something, a young person is not meant to come out and counter it.
Sure.
And that's exactly the same case here. I'm going to tell you that yes, he used some strong words.
Yes.
The way he went about the whole thing may not necessarily have been the best way to do. Or he said something. He said he should have called him to ask him. I'm sorry. Is it not the media? Is it not the most effective way to disperse information? Without social media, without anything, we all looked at the news.
But when he had issues with Napoli, he didn't go live on Instagram to resolve that.
See, I want us to understand this thing. I'm also an advocate, maybe not devil's advocate like you. I'm also an advocate, and I'm also of the school of thought that I don't understand. I don't like you're an adult. So if you do something wrong, I shouldn't call you out. I don't like it. I don't even like it.
But you are Yoruba, you have to adapt.
So no. because I've been able
Culture
to
supersedes,
culture does not supersede common sense. let's understand that.
Nice one.
Okay. You can write it. Don't worry, write it. Culture does not supersede common sense.
Okay.
2024.
Go ahead, make your point.
Okay, so because it's a case of Finidi said.
Unfounded stories.
Unfounded story. Did you actually? None of us can point to Finidi himself saying it. We can't see a video or a tweet from Finidi or a radio broadcast from Finidi that said it was journalists peddling false information.
How sure are you?
Clickbait.
We are very, very sure.
How sure are you?
But you don't need him to.
How sure are you?
According to reports, they said Finidi is even going after media houses that attributed that statement to him. For crying out loud, no matter who you are, no matter how blind you are, so far you can hear, you will know that Victor Osimhen is always the first people to get to come. Victor Osimhen is a player that gives his heart out. My point is, he should have called Finidi. He should have. There's a way to go about these things. If you call Finidi and not eventually tells you that, okay, I said it, then you can drag him like generator if you want to drag him like generator. But it wasn't confirmed from Finidi.
Let's bring it back now. I mean, with all of this back and forth, you can tell that every one of us will not be on the same page.
Osimhen will retire. The funny thing about this thing is Osimhen will retire.
Well, it's right here in Lagos. I mean, parading his calf awards.
Young player that
will come up.
We said the same. I was saying somebody about Burna Boy that said all the old guys in the music industry did not pave way for them. Odimodo, what was his name? I don't even know. That said all those young guys did not pave way for them.
Yes.
If we also get to a stage that people younger than him will grant an interview, and thank God podcast is the new Vandes in Nigeria now. He will also go and grant interview that if not for him, that some young guys would not have been able to see. Burna Boy, I'm very sure another Nigeria will still win Grammy another day. Burna Boy will also say
Nigeria.
If not that he won the Grammy, maybe another Nigeria would not have won the Grammy. Somebody will tell him that, keep quiet, shut up.
Okay, I want us to talk about our code of conduct for the Super Eagles of Nigeria, or should I say our national teams generally. Are you of the school of thought that we need to? Well, I know that over time we've always been introducing and reintroducing it, but then I don't know to what extent has it been fully implemented. But then with issues like this, I mean, over time we've seen it happen. Talk about the times of Leon Balogun. He actually had a back and forth with executive members of the NFL, and that was why we actually saw him estranged from the national team, through the back door. Same thing.
I want a secret. That was the beginning of the issue of Genetro. There was a time the team list for the Super Eagles was delayed, and there were reports, even though the NFF, people in charge tried to play down that particular report, that the reason the list didn't drop on time was because Leon Balogun, I think he granted an interview and spoke about their bonuses from the AFCON 2021 still being old,
unpaid.
And according to a report, they told the coach not to call him again. But the coach was like, no, this is one of my
key
best
players.
You cannot tell me not to call him. That was why the national team call up. The list
came out late back then.
And it's not playing out now. I will not see it.
Same thing happening with the stand captain now, William Trust Ekonga as well. Because yes, he mentioned that he's fully fit, but didn't get called up by coach Finidi George.
When you were talking about,
slap us now.
When you were talking about code of conduct, I don't understand what you are talking about.
If he didn't speak first, I was waiting.
I don't understand what you are talking about, because anywhere there is no rules, anywhere there is no law, there is no sin. You understand? And Nigeria is a lawless country. I say this with full chest. Nigeria is a lawless country, from the top echelons of power in this country, even to the little things like just traffic lights.
I mean, when I talk about code of conduct, I mean standards. Like, okay, let's say this type of thing has happened.
You know, person when they do like the Anthony when the people want you. You don't get where they go. Because they dream.
At the beginning of the show, I did mention that football is a subset of the society, and I also mentioned that there's a reason why the NFF is moving in the direction that they're moving. And they're moving in the direction they're moving because they want to be able to put their hands into the decision-making process of the coach, which is not meant to be so. And there's a reason they keep doing that. I mean, look at what's... one of the problems that Genotro had too was Emmanuel Dennis. he had that issue
Yeah,
with Dennis.
Bonaventure, yeah.
He made us understand that he was a very indisciplined player. And now we are not even seeing where he is in club football. At that time, he was a very huge prospect.
Yeah.
But because of his attitude, even his club career,
Barack boy,
his club career has taken a back step, and he was right. And now we are seeing all these slap us right in the face. Now it's clear for everybody to see that one of the biggest problems we have is the administration.
Are you saying we should go back for Genotro?
At this point, I will take him. At this point, I will take him.
At this point, I will take him. I will take him because he had the results.
He had the results. Not just the results.
Slap Cameroon, slap Algeria, slap Zambia for World Cup qualifying 2018.
You said something about code of conduct.
Yes.
How can there be?
You're going to give us a go from.
The code of conduct is not the
God
problem.
will judge all of them.
Okay.
The major problem is the implementation of the code of conduct. Who's implementing it?
Yes.
The one they tell me, say, referee, you collect bribe from my face and the referee won't give me red card, I go slap him.
Okay. Let's see this first time show that is by Radio 102.1 FM. Don't forget.
You collect money for your hand. Or now you they buy food because for NNL, for the GIA. Referee they swallow food before
guys, we need to go on this quick time out right now. Don't forget you can be a part of the big draw that will be happening on 24th of this month. iCash Splash, where you get to play with 500 naira and you'll be in the draw for up to 100,000 naira. All you have to do is to log on to www.icashsplash.com www.icashsplash.com to be a part of the big draw that will be happening on 24th of this month. You can as well use the short code *347*972# to also be a part of the draw with just 500 naira. 3 people will be walking away with up to 100,000 naira. That's it. It's the Sports Talk Show on Empire Radio 102.1 FM. We'll be back.
For the best in sports entertainment, tune in to Sports Up on High Impact 102.1 FM.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I go by the name Hype Man High Impact 102.1 FM. Oh yeah, now let's go. Say, who be that fine girl now? Hey, who be that fine boy now? Say, you don't get money, you want to pop something. You don't get money, you want to do me. Come on, you don't get money. Hey, you want to buy one straight. Let me help your life. Come on, let me help your life. Say, better pay cash bash. Better play cash splash. Hey, the high cash splash. The high cash splash. For just 500 on our impacts. For just 500 on our impacts. Come on, oh yeah, die this code. Say, oh yeah, die this code. Hey, my friend, die this code. Start 347. Start 972 ash. Start 347. Start 972 ash. Or enter our website. iCashPlat.com or enter our website iCashPlat.com. We dey play the league draws to pick winners. Oh yeah, just they play. Oh yeah, just they play. Oh yeah, just they play. And you pay with money. Count up big spender. You pay with money. Hey, count up big spender. Yeah, spread the money. Where's the money? Oh 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 yeah, play high cash splash. Oh yeah, play cash splash. Oh yeah, play cash splash. Oh yeah, play cash splash. Hey, oh yeah, play cash splash. 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 Hey,
Cash Splash is powered by Lasho Trading Services Limited and licensed by Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Authority. Not suited for anyone under 18. Play responsibly.
This is Sports Hub on High Impact 102.1 FM. For the best in sports entertainment, tune in to Sports Up on High Impact 102.1 FM.
Welcome back to the show. It's the Sports Up Show right here on Empire Radio 102.1 FM. Don't forget you can be a part of the show this evening. 070010211021. We've talked about the European Championship currently on the way. It's still the game between Germany and Hungary. I still 1-0 right now. Hopefully Germany are able to add one more goal to it. All right, so 2-0 right now. 70 minutes played, right? All right, 85 minutes on the clock, and then Ike Gundogan are getting the second goal in the 67th minute of the encounter. 07001021, 0700 1021 1021. Away from football stories this evening, let's go into the world of tennis, where Novak Djokovic, the big Nole, has now confirmed that he will be competing at the Paris 2024 Olympics, and this is according to the Olympics Committee of Serbia. This summer will be his 5th Olympic appearance because he's competed in the games since the year 2008. He's 37 and he won bronze at his first Olympics, but then he has lost the 3rd place match twice in his other 3 appearances. Maybe this is just the other time for him to add one more big title. Well, because we know how the French Open actually panned out. He could not even go past the quarterfinals to talk of going into the finals. But then he still has the.
You are a very wicked person. the way you are saying it is as if they beat him. Did they beat him?
Well, he won against Serundolo, but then he could not come and compete in the next game.
Injury now. Say it now. You are saying it like he could not go past the quarterfinal, like his opponent Kasparov.
You go fit to work for
him. He should have said he could not go past the he could not go past the quarterfinal because of injury.
Exactly.
So that our listeners will know.
Yes. Imagine saying my mama they hear this radio show now.
Okay.
But to say them beat him. You know because na injury make I no play. I put some respect on my boy.
Our advocate of
Novak. No be.
He did it on purpose. He did it on purpose because you were in the studio. That was why he did it.
He's trying to round you up.
Well, the Olympic gold medal is the only thing eluding him when it comes to tennis.
Right.
And he has been trying to get his hand on that gold medal. You know, I think Nadal has won. I'm not sure about Federer.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about Federer. I think Serena also has won also. So maybe, just maybe this time around, he will be able to win it. But at the age of 37, nothing is impossible. I mean, Messi throughout all his peak years. I mean, Messi had peak years in all his career.
There's been no rising stage for him. Came in for Ronaldo and then owned this place.
No rising stage. I mean, but then again, look at the age that he won the World Cup.
Yeah.
He didn't win the World Cup in 2018 when he was 31.
Yeah.
He didn't win the World Cup in 2014 when he was, I think, 27 years. He didn't win the World Cup in 2010 when he was much younger. But then again, he won it at the age of 35. So I also believe that Novak Djokovic can win the gold at the Olympics. Maybe what I need you guys to do, just cut this part that I said all these things.
But then don't forget that a certain Rafael Nadal will also be there, as well as Andy Murray.
Between me and you.
Yeah.
Between me and you.
Yes.
Nadal and Federer and Novak Djokovic, who it is will go far?
Rafael Nadal. Because he owns the Paris clay.
You said he's fit to work with NFL.
away from tennis.
But hold on. Don't think you can leave this part of the show with that comment about Messi winning the World Cup like that. They gave him the World Cup. Okay. He did not win the World Cup, but that's a conversation for another time. We cannot have that conversation right now.
0700121. Let's talk about basketball a little bit.
He win. Go collect
I understandable that Adeniyi's favorite team have actually won the NBA finals. We're talking about Boston Celtics winning it for a record 18th time in their franchise history, making amazing record for themselves. And then it was as though the Dallas Mavericks were going to come back into it when it was 3-1. I was even looking around to see maybe there was going to be some kind of draw in it, but then the Celtics did what they were supposed to do, did their assignment very well, make sure they locked the likes of Luka Doncic, the defensive side of the Dallas Mavericks. Amazing one from them. And you can talk about Jaylen Brown, also Jason Tatum. Aveni, your thoughts on Boston? Because I know you're pumped.
Let me let you in on this secret.
Okay.
In case you don't know.
Okay.
Dallas Maverick, deliberately lost Game 4 so that they can wrap up the title at home in Game 5.
Wisdom.
No, they leave me.
They play.
Now, small thing, I've had wisdom for my middle name.
You still fear down.
No.
Now, paper you go chop.
But then look at it now. They won the first 3 games. The Maverick won the second game, the fourth game. Then they now won the 5th game at home. I mean, you don't need anybody to tell you that it was a deliberate thing. But then again, I don't need.
It was not deliberate. It's more interesting to win it in the opposition's place than to win it at home.
No, it is more interesting. I win the title.
I would rather win the title at Tottenham Stadium than win it in the Emirates.
It's not comparing between Dallas Maverick and Boston Celtic. I mean,
why?
One is from East, one is from West.
Yeah. Why would there be rivalry? You are an opponent. You are an opponent. There will always be rivalry.
To talk about Jaylen Brown being named the NBA Finals MVP, one that we've seen coming right from the start here. Don't forget he signed a 5-year contract extension with them. That is worth about £225 million. Amazing word of money from last year. Basketball is the new oil money.
NFL,
that money if you buy club. That money if you buy club.
200 and what?
225 million
pounds.
If you buy all the Nigerian club.
If you give me 5 million, I'll buy 3 Nigerian clubs. $5 million.
Now true. Have you buy NFF without 225 million?
All right. Before we wrap up the show, let's talk a little bit about transfer bits this evening. Because yes, I tell you the summer is upon us already, and then Manchester United looks like the main serious business this time around. Because we are monitoring that they are actually eyeing Boyogna Zagzi right now.
You overrate Manchester United.
With that agent fees, I don't think they can ever sign him.
Wow.
Because I heard Manchester United have only 50 million to spend this summer, except they sell players.
50 million? But they are actually monitoring Everton's Jarrad Braithwaite as well.
That's why they cannot bid more than 35 million. The first bid they put in was 35 million pounds. How do you expect to get Jarrad Braithwaite, who is like Everton's player of the season, for 35 million pounds? That's crazy.
It's rated around 65 to 70 million.
Exactly. Wow. So I'm pretty sure Man U is not even buying any of those players that you have mentioned.
Manchester United at this point is a simple case of we came when we chop came for us, go chop slap for streets.
And the street go teach.
And the street go teach. Wisdom plenty. So when you don't plan, when you fail to plan, you say you plan to fail. And Manchester United have, I mean, over the past few years, they've been a very, very poorly run.
I think with the quality that they have right now, they can still challenge for the title this season.
Okay.
I mean, they still have a certain
Bruno Fernandes.
They have Mino, they have Bruno Fernandes, and Amrabat seemed.
Rasmus
Hold on. And Amrabat seemed to be getting back in good.
And then there's Eriksen too, who is in the last year of his contract.
He's still in Manchester United.
No, he's going back on loan.
He's going back on loan.
There's a possibility that will go back.
There is a possibility that they are going to actually activate that clause. Yesterday, I read that in a very, very trusted source. Do you understand? So there's a possibility that he stays, and he played the last 3 matches
very well. Yes,
do you understand?
He put his heart out for that one.
Exactly. So I think if Jadon Sancho comes back, if he comes back,
emphasis on if, because I'm sure a lot of Manchester United fans, or should I say faithfuls now, would not want to see Sancho back in that dressing room.
Did you call him Sancho?
Yeah, Jadon Sancho.
No, but I mean, speaking on Amrabat, he only turned up the last
3 games.
3 games, yes.
Out of how many games?
That's like Liverpool.
They were playing him in false positions. Those were the only games where he actually played in his position.
Well, away from United now, Arsenal also definitely will be in the transfer market, and then we are hearing that they actually eye Newcastle United midfielder Bruno Guimaraes.
Done deal.
Like, may they buy Avengers.
Done deal. May they buy who?
When they sign Avengers, they don't go see the Premier League.
You know his problem.
Yes.
They've signed everybody from the Alaba market.
Yes.
And the Ikeja Computer Village.
Madueke dey there. Chukwemeka dey there.
Chuku dey there.
The Sassi dey there. Not name where they Chelsea.
Osuba by the way remain where they.
Well, big news is that Chelsea are also monitoring RB Leipzig striker Lois Openda. Chelsea with names.
I think Openda, if they can get Openda, I think Openda can actually do that number 9.
What I'm saying, they signed Nkunku from same RB Leipzig.
Openda, okay, let's do this.
Nkunku's problem
let's do
has
this.
to do with injury.
Let's do this. Openda versus Sesko. Who will you pick?
I'll pick Openda.
I'll pick Sesko.
Openda is a more proven striker for me than Sesko. He has
Sesko.
done it at 2 different clubs.
Based on what metric?
What do you mean? At Lens, he was fire. He had at least, I think, 17 or 18 goals in that season.
Sesko, was it Salzburg? Was it Salzburg? He was also.
Who's talking now? What league is that? What league is Salzburg?
No, he's in the German. There's the German Bundesliga now. He's the same thing with this Openda now. Yeah, he plays in RB Leipzig now.
How many goals did he have this season?
Right here, I'm going to remind you that a certain Erling Haaland also came from Salzburg.
You cannot compare every player to Erling Haaland. Come on. Why will you compare every player? Can you compare every player to Messi?
It's not. We're not comparing. But
don't say that.
You talk as if Salzburg is some some nonsense that came out of it.
I'm not talking
No,
about
my own point. My own point is
the league.
SICKLE right now plays for RB Leipzig as well. Same thing with Lois Openda.
Yes, Openda is even pulling more weight than SICKLE in that team. He's pulling more weight than SICKLE in that team.
Okay.
Yeah. So what are you telling me? Like Openda for me is a better striker than SICKLE. SICKLE is a what do you call it? Is a prospect. Openda is a proven striker.
Okay.
In my own eyes.
So for Chelsea, Openda a good deal.
I think
before we wrap up the show this evening, already concluded is the game between Germany and Hungary, which means Germany have now won 2 of their games in Group A. Good one for Germany, and then we'll talk about
to qualify.
Already qualified into the next round. Let's talk about other games that will be played later tonight, 8 p.m. A team that was walloped 5-1 in the first game, up against a team that I can talk about not being stable a whole lot is this Switzerland side, because yes, a lot of fracas in their dressing room, and then it looks like it's actually affecting their play on the pitch as well. Scotland, Switzerland, your pick.
Switzerland, definitely.
Switzerland.
Whatever is happening in the dressing room, they will take it out on Scotland.
I'm McTominay. I'm McTominay. I don't even know how to call his name.
The Scottish people think it is by drinking beer.
Wow.
They don't know that football they can't play.
No, I think Switzerland are going to do the job.
Do the job this evening.
It will be too much for Scotland.
All right, thank you so much for being a part of the show. I mean, we are in the second round of matches already, but maybe let's say what team do you think will be making it?
Germany.
Wow.
I will put my money on Germany 10 times out of 10
to win it on the home soil.
Yeah,
definitely.
It will be a glorious fairy tale ending for Toni Kroos and a very, very wonderful punditry job from Peter Drury.
As well as Eric Ten Hag too.
Who is Ten Hag?
What are you talking about?
Doing some punditry duties, you know.
Who is doing punditry duties?
I'm going to put my money.
Who give up punditry duties?
I mean, he was there in the game between England's first game, where he was actually talking about.
No one in England won't want you.
You don't want to hear anything about Eric Ten Hag.
Manchester United, Chelsea.
Wow. Well, I think Ola has someone to depend on.
Let's move on.
All right, thank you so much for being a part of the show. Ajayi Oluwaseyi for coming to the studio today. Your parting shots before I will call it a wrap.
I think in these Euros, everyone should just watch out for Germany. I think Gundogan, Kroos, Havertz, Waite, Jonathan Tah, Rudiger, Neuer, Musiala, and their coach Hansi Flick. I think that combination is going to be...
Nagelsmann is the coach.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Julian
Nagelsmann. Sorry, that was a slip of the brain.
I mean, we cannot too much blame you, because that is the circle. Hansi Flick, Nagelsmann, same at Bayern Munich, same at the German national team.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've also got Daniel Ewa with me in the studio. It's been amazing, yeah. All of the punchlines, we love them. We sucked it in.
I mean, I'm going to look out for France. I think
France.
when it comes to cup competitions, I would always watch out for Didier Deschamps. And it's very, very simple. The person way wrong come out first, now go cross finish line first.
Wisdom.
It's
sense no kill.
But then don't forget that Kylian Mbappe will be missing out of their next game.
I think look, these are games that they can win with or without Kylian Mbappe. They've got quality in that squad. And we have a running.
N'Golo Kante is back.
We have a running engine, the man with 21 lungs in that midfield in the person of N'Golo Kante. So I wouldn't expect them to drop points. I think they will qualify from the group.
All right.
Watch out for them in the knockout stages, because that is exactly when the brilliance of Didier Deschamps comes
out. All right, and then my regular man Adeniyi Falana.
I mean, he said not be person way first run.
Yeah, they reach the finish line.
They reach the finish line.
Yes.
When there's fuel scarcity in Lagos, don't run there.
Go last. Don't leave me.
Go last. Can't see whether you don't go reach work late. If they're not putting you,
all right, bro.
Person when run first. For people when they come from Ikorodu to Island. Just
the play.
Just the play.
All All right, everybody, citizens, thank you so much for being a part of the show. And then there's one last one I would like to leave you with is that music, they say, is different from football. You can buy songs, you can buy lyrics, but then they say you cannot buy dribble, you cannot buy defending. All right, citizens, thanks for being a part of the show. Do want to join us on Friday from 5 p.m. down to 6 p.m. and on Saturday from 2 p.m. down to 3 p.m. on the Sports Hub Show right here on Impact Radio 102.1 FM. Stay with us as the drop down continues. Good evening.
From the greens of golf to the court of tennis and basketball, the octagon of UFC to the square room for boxing, track of Formula 1, and the pitch of football. Join the sports crew on Sport Hall 6 to 7 p.m. Mondays and Wednesdays, Fridays 5 to 6 p.m. and 2 p.m. on Saturdays. Here on impact Radio 102.1 FM, Lagos. Reviews, views, and interviews just the way you like it. Exclusive on High Impact Radio 102.1 FM, Lagos. Sports Hub for all the updates and analysis.
In the kitchen?
In the office?
In traffic? Only one king exists.
Yeah.
The king of radio.
I'm a king.
High Impact 102.1 FM.
I'm a king.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to the news around the globe from the studios of High Impact Radio 102.1 FM. I am Ayodeji Ajiboye. Justice Emeka Onwufe of the Federal High Court in Abuja on Wednesday dismissed a fresh bail application the detained Deputy Commissioner of Police Abba Kyari filed to be released on bail pending the conclusion of his trial. Kyari is facing an 8-count charge bordering on drug trafficking brought against him by the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency. The charge stated that this is contrary to Section 14B of the NDLEA Act, Cap number 30, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004, and the defendant, the court had in 2 previous rulings, had denied the defendant's bail and ordered their demand at Kuje Prison. And on the foreign scene, South Africa's President Cyril Ramaphosa was sworn in for his second mandate on Wednesday after a tedious last month election. Ramaphosa received a 21-gun salute, military flybys, and a parade of honor by the servicemen. Ramaphosa secured his position after garnering majority votes among members of parliament allied to the African National Congress (ANC). The Democratic Alliance and other parties backed his candidacy in parliament last week. Elsewhere, Vladimir Putin said Russia and North Korea have ramped up ties to a new level, pledging to help each other if either nation is attacked in a breakthrough new partnership announced during the Russian president's rare visit to the reclusive state. Thousands of North Koreans chanting while computing lined the city's wide boulevard brandishing Russian and North Korean flags and bouquet of flowers as Putin picked off his first visit to North Korea in 24 years with a finely choreographed display of influence in the dictatorship. In business news, the World Trade Organization has stated that illicit trade damages societies and hinders economic growth and development. According to the organization, in addition to undermining legitimate businesses, it promotes corruption and deprives government of essential tax revenue needed for societal investment. It also stated that the WTO Secretariat, under the leadership of Director General Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, had been examining how WTO rules helps members address some of the challenges posed by such trade. And World of Sports, Victor Osimhen will most likely end up at Arsenal, with Italian journalist Zero Venerato reporting that the Premier League giants are ready to make a €100 million bid for the Nigerian striker, which is €30 million short of the release clause set by Napoli in his recent contract. Napoli's president Aurelio De Laurentiis has made it clear that they would not entertain bids below his release clause, which will surpass Arsenal's current transfer record of £105 million paid for Declan Rice last summer. However, Arsenal hope to strike a deal for a more modest sum around €100 million or £85 million will now try with the Nigerian who dreams of the Premier League, but not by paying the onerous amount of the clause, but a lower sum, continued Venerato, and Napoli will have to evaluate the contract. And that sports story concludes the news around the globe from the studios of Empire Radio 102.1 FM. For more information and reportage of events in your area or community or commercial news, please call our newsroom on 0907 224 5018. The news was produced by Fabian and edited by Sarah Owusu Anta. I am Ayodeji Ajiboye. Stay with us as the drop down continues. Good evening.
Now that we're done with commercials, let's get back to the music.
Hey, cash flash time.
Now money time, oh.
If you not play,
now you lose, oh.
But if you not come win today,
you fit win tomorrow.
Yes, so this na high cash flash where you fit win a wolf money bracket. Just dial star 347 star 972 hash. Select your urban station, high impact 102.1 FM. Then go summon you code where you fit use buy ticket for 500 naira pere. And not forget say the more you buy ticket, the more chances you get to hammer better money. To play and more to you fit also visit our website for highcashflash.com. Time now money.
Oh yeah, that's star 347 star 972 hash to enter the high cash flash.
You see this money?
Last, now we go chop am.
High Cash Flash is powered by Lasho Trading Services Limited and licensed by Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Authority. Not suited for anyone under 18. Play responsibly.
Everywhere you go,
No matter where you go, I'll be your no Zumba, by the way.
we're with you as your urban lifestyle station. Hype at 102.1 FM.
Put a touch of class and finesse on your brand by advertising with us at High Impact 1021 FM. For more information, call
0706 393 5694, 0915 958 1881, or 0902 745 3931.
Follow us on our social media platforms at High Impact 1021 FM. Our deals are hotter than the weather itself.
Our deals are hotter than the weather itself.
Hey, Impact.
Hi, how may I help you?
I recently met a friend, but I've been feeling some kind of way. How do I tell if I'm in love?
Let me ask you one question. Have you been thinking about this person a lot? If that's the case, then you might be in love with this person.
Oh, I see. I think I actually have. Thank you very much.
It feels good to be in love. How about I play you When a Man Loves a Woman by Michael Bolton?
Hey, let's get Juntastic as we jump into the month of June.
We can make y'all jump.
This month is marking the attendance of the second half of the year, and we're here to put that extra spring in your step, High Impact citizen, to ensure that you are jumping into June with as much excitement as you did at the start of the year. Again, get Juntastic, de-stress, and depressurize with